What is going on, lads? Welcome back to another Red Army Rant Pod. United start the season tomorrow away at Hull City at the KC Stadium. I've got Ray. We're going to discuss the season preview as well, and we're going to discuss a few rumors that are happening behind the scenes, obviously regarding the transfers as well. So, everyone, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 700. We're so close to 700. We can't get any closer than this. Let's get closer, people. Come on, 700 is very, very close. Let's get there, people. Ray, what's happening? And shout out your channel, shout out your thing as well. Big
Big up,
Stephanie.
guys. Big up, everyone. Yeah, big up. We're back. The season is back. The Premier League is back. Big it up, guys. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'll shout out my socials now. You can follow me on Ray Brown at Instagram. And also big news. Just hit this morning that Ray might be joining YouTube. There's a few names that's been discussed, and I've picked one, and I can't tell you when, but you will hear. I might be joining YouTube. I might be having a second channel dedicated to United.
Who's the man that made you to start YouTube? Who's the guy that I want to hear it? I want to hear it, man.
Yes, Akavin has been pushing me. Yeah,
say it
he
loud
has.
for the people at the back. Say it loud for the people at the back. Who's the
Yeah, Akavin is pushing me. So I've got a few ideas for that.
Yeah.
And I'll drop it soon when I get it together.
Guys, actually, you know what? Let's just suggest, Ray. Let's actually talk about the names we discussed now. Let the chat decide for you. Big up Josh. Make sure you guys subscribe to Josh, man. Big up to you, bro. We did a Premier League preview show last night, so go check it out. And the Premier League prediction video that we did for the season will be posted very, very soon, guys. I'm just editing on it right now, just on the process of it. I have a lot of things to do. I have to do my FPL team, so I haven't done my FPL team yet. I gotta start doing that soon. So yeah, let's get started. Anyways, Ray, your names of the channel that we discussed backstage. I suggested Amory's Red Army, Ray Boo's Red Army. You suggested Ray's Red Corner, and what else? What else?
I think that was it.
That's it. Just 3 names.
Yeah, just 3 names. Yeah, I'm not going into. Yeah.
Yeah, Amory's Red Army, Ray's Red Army, Ray's Red Corner.
Yep. Yeah, Ray's Red Corner. Yeah. So put it on the chat. Poll it.
Yeah, guys, you guys decide for us, man. You guys decide for us.
Decide, and then you'll yeah.
Yeah, you guys tell us, man. You guys tell us. But anyways, let's get started. Anyways, we're obviously at Hull City away. But before we do that, Ray, I want to talk to you about the start of the season, because the start of the season is what we need to preview first before anything else. This is the preview of the entire season. So let's talk about Hull City in a moment. But let's talk about the season preview. Obviously, United are back in the Champions League this season, right? We're back in the Champions League. We're now a week away from the Champions League Champions League draw.
Yeah.
And we start the season away at Hull tomorrow. Big up Twisted Fate. Bro, we literally had so I convinced Ray to start a YouTube channel because my influence is, it's real over here, right? On this channel, my influence is real. I'm kidding. But I convinced Ray to start a YouTube channel, and I've given him a few names. I've given him a couple names. So Ray's Red Corner, so Ray's Red Army, Ray's Red Corner, and Amory's Red Army. Amory's is his last name. What do you think? What do you guys in the chat think? What do you guys think? Leave it to a decision in the chat. I think let's do a majority vote. Let's do a majority vote, guys. But Ray, start the season tomorrow. But season preview. Let's quickly preview the season. How are you feeling ahead of the season, bro?
I feel excited, bro. I feel excited, mate. We're back in many competitions where we should have been. I hated last season. I thought last season was boring. We only played Premier League games, and we were out for like 3 weeks, no football. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to see what this team is really about. You know what I mean? Can we fix the wrongs of the past? Because we've done a lot of wrongs in the past when we had loads of games, like finish bottom of the Champions League. Can we not do that this season? Can we not get knocked out of the FA Cups and the League Cups, in the first round? So the lads, them have a lot to to fix from what they've done in the last 2 seasons, last 3 years. And we've got a new coach as well. And I want to know, for me, I always said it, this season is where I judge Carrick. I didn't really judge him on the 15th games because I know that he probably just needed to win matches. But this season, I want to see what Carrick can do. Can he be the man that we want him to be? Can he get us fourth? Can he win the league? Can he win it? Can he win a cup? Can he even go to a final in the UCSL? So all these things I'm excited for, Mo, and I'm not proving it negative. I'm proving it with just excitement because we haven't kicked the ball yet, so you don't really know what we're going to do. But we want to be in these competitions, and we want to make sure United are growing. Are you on mute?
Sorry, but I hear you 100%. I mean, we talked about the season as a whole, right? Obviously, tomorrow we play Hull. Champions League football is back. I mean, I hear you about being excited for the season. I mean, I've missed watching Man United play on a weekly basis, despite obviously the past few seasons. I've not really been, happy with the results we've been getting. But look, I mean, we've had a not great transfer window, as you and I have discussed many times on this channel and on this show. We've discussed about transfers, lack of investment, lack of ownership standards. And this club is not heading in the right direction, as you and I talked about before. But yeah, I am happy that we're back because it's been some time. To be honest, the Champions League is where I worry about the most because we didn't make enough signings to do Champions League football, in my opinion. I think we have a good squad, not a great squad. I think we have a good squad. I think we have a good core of players already there. We have the core of players. It's just a failure to build around the core of players that we already have and to get rid of some of the players that we've had for so many years and to have the same back line that we did in 2022 against Brentford that we got slapped 4-0. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm not going to lie to you, Ray. That's the same back line we had lost 4-0 against Brentford. But in total, look, Premier League, I expect us to be back in the Champions League again next year. I think we should be finishing in the Champions League places. On my prediction show, I said United to finish 5th. I said 5th because I think Villa now are going to lose out on players. They're going to lose a lot of players. They're going to sell a lot of players. They've sold Tielemans to us. They're going to sell Watkins to possibly Saudi Arabia. They're going to sell. They've already sold. Actually, no, they've already sold Digne. They've already sold. They're going to sell Dibu Martinez. I mean, they're selling a lot of players, man. Morgan Rogers already gone, so Villa is selling a lot of good players, man. And I think this is where I think Villa will fall off. To where I think Aston Villa will fall off from here. But if they can invest in some of the players, they can bring in some players, and who knows? At the moment, who knows? In terms of the cups, Ray, I think this is where United should be targeting the cups. I think the cups is where we're taking it seriously. I mean, a lot of fans out there say that the cups aren't important. Trust me, winning trophies is the most important thing in football. It's the most important thing in football. Without trophies, your club means nothing. Let's be honest with you. A lot of the time, that's what it means. I mean, a lot of the times where you connect with the club, your connection with the club means a lot. But the trophies is what makes the club historical. And what we are as a football club is so historic, so big, is that we need to bring in some trophies. We have to bring in some trophies, and then next year start with the domestic cups as well. I think we have to go for the cups every single time. Anyways, I think if we go for the cups, if we qualify for Champions League again next season, if we get back into the Champions League again next year, but if we get to the cups, I will be happy with the cups because the cups is number one priority for me. Like I said, always win something. When you support a big club, the number one thing is trophies.
Yeah, man.
Ray can obviously back me up on this one as well because trophies is number one. You've seen us win so many trophies, Ray. You've seen us win so many trophies. You've seen us win
exactly.
Premier Leagues. You've seen us win so much. This is why the standards are so dead at the club, is because we don't win anything. When you win something, the confidence starts to build at the club. When we won that League Cup, I was thinking, wow, and and uh, and the way the club's going in the direction we were heading in, the results we were getting, I was like so happy with the results. I was really happy with the cup we won as well. That was going to build something. Now, do that again. Do that again. Win a cup. Win something. You know, it'll definitely elevate this club.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100%, mate, on the preview of the season because, Champions League is a worry for me, even though I'm excited to see it. We don't really have a squad depth yet to say we're gonna genuinely go full out and probably get a league or a double or something like that. Maybe a cup double, but for the top uh trophies, we still very bad transfer window. Yeah, we're looking to sign Baleba, but it's still for me. We still like 3 or 4 players out of it. Um, but if you can get a cup, um, because I think the Champions League place is up for grab, mate. I mean, I really do. I think there's lots of teams there that via maybe Arsenal. You think, I don't really know about it, and United need to be one of those teams that get in top four again, so we can get. Well, hopefully this damn board next year season can actually decide to really do a one on the squad and try and win it. But because even the midfielders that we signed, they are more for the future. Like Baleba is not in his prime yet. Um, Even though he's in his prime because he's a young lad, but he's not in his sports prime. He's still learning the game. Tillemans is Tillemans is in his prime. He's experienced. Santos again learning it. Menu learning it. So when fans say, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge for the league this season," I think it's a season too far for these lads. Some of these lads, because we haven't really bought that X-Man yet that can say, okay, you can gel it all together and win leagues. So I'm looking for like a squad building thing this season where Clemens, where Santos can get better, Menu can get better, Baleba can get better if they do the deal. I hope they do the deal. And then I'm looking at and thinking, okay, maybe a season next season down the road, and then the season after, these boys are ready to win and stuff. You know what I mean? And we still haven't. I don't think we're gonna get a striker, unbelievably. So we're gonna have to wait till Sesko gets fit, and he can because even Sesko is 21, 22. So we got a young squad for me that is a building squad that can actually build up to something, and I hope Carrick can do that. And as you said, if we could win a FA Cup, that's a start because these lads will then say, okay, look, they have won. They're young, and they have that winning feeling, and they're going to want more. And this is what I think. This is how other teams have done it. If you look at PSG, they're young, but they started winning their domestic cups. Then they won their league, and then they won the Champions League, and now they want more. And they're young. So if we could follow that kind of thing, where if we could win a League Cup, I mean, I'm not gonna diminish the League Cup. Even if we win a League Cup with Baleba, Manu, I think it's like, yeah, these lads have now tasted some sort of success, so they're gonna want more. And I'm with you, 100%. I want us to win some trophies domestically this season and finish in the top four. And then if they win those trophies, maybe next season they'll say, look, now I want to win the Premier League. Now I want to win the Champions League because I've won something. So,
Yeah, wait,
huh?
this season, I want winning to become a habit again.
Yeah,
Winning habit. Like last season, okay, cool. We went on that little Premier League run until the end of the season. We won many games. We won a few games in a row. We were unbeaten for quite some time, right? Make that a habit and take that to the cups and try and win something. Make
that's
winning
it,
a
man. Try and win something because it would be nice to see the young lads lift the trophy because then they'll be like hungry for more. And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. I really want that. And that's my biggest preview coming to the season. I'm not too fussed up. Well, we should be trying to win the league every season, but this season I do believe is a step too far because of how Ineos has performed in the window and how the team is a bit young. Because we're not, I can't really expect Heavens and Euros and all the other guys up bringing through to go push
Yeah.
for the league when they haven't even found themselves yet. They're not regulars yet, you know. So once they're regulars in the team, and I see them winning FA Cups in the final, I would say yes, this team is ready to go to the next level.
Yeah, man. I hear you, bro.
Mm.
I hear you. And before we get to Hull City, the rumors about Carlos Baleba. I don't know if you heard about it, but Baleba is potentially on its way to Old Trafford. I don't know what you make of it. I mean, obviously we talked about it in the group chat, but what do you want to
I
say for
mean,
the news?
as I said, I always thought Baleba would be one of coming to Old Trafford this season anyway. Um, for me, the transfer is the way they did the transfer. They should have done the transfer early in the season, and we might have been able to get somebody else. But I don't think. I think they've gone back to the. I think they were scrambling around. I think they've gone back to the number one target of last year, late in the window. I don't dislike Baleba, so I'm not going to bash him. I don't dislike him, but I think he did had a bad season last season. But he's here to improve, isn't it? If he can improve under Carrick, yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm not going to give him too much pressure to say, "Oh yeah, we've got to Baleba, and I'm going to win the league," because I think he does need improving from what I saw at him at Brentford. I mean, sorry, at Brighton, where he wasn't that good. Some people might say, "Oh well, we turned his head," but I think him being a young lad, I think he was about to have a bad season anyway. Because when you're growing, it's always like there's a season in you that you're not that great. So let's hope him coming to a bigger club and Carrick. Yeah, this is where we're going to see the management of Carrick. Can he bring a guy like Baleba and make him his kind of signing and his kind of player where he succeeds in his system? That's why I say, I'll take it. I'll take it, and I'll see if um if he can bring back Baleba.
Mm.
I would have gone for a better guy, but we blew it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I look at it right, and we've had a really slow window. Obviously, we spoke about this before, but yeah, I just didn't like how it took so long for us to sign Carlos Baleba. But the
Yeah,
one downside is, okay, I'm not disappointed at the Baleba signing. I'm disappointed at the fact that he's injured, and we got him when we only have like a few days to go before the season starts. He's not going to play this weekend, obviously. He's going to play after the international break if we do sign him. So we've got some time. I'm hearing word for a left back. We have to get that left back done. That left back needs to be done. If you had a choice between two center backs and a striker, or one center back, one right back, and one left back, I'm going for one center back, left back, right back, because that's the most
Hmm.
important thing. Our back line looks really weak this year, right? And I'm
That's
agree
it.
with you. That's the disadvantage. We talk about midfield, right? But back line is something else as well. The back line is weak as piss. I think we need to get rid of a lot of the back line. Next season onwards, or whenever we can, we have to get rid of a lot of the back line, because the back line has no strength or whatever. Like, Delict's injury prone, Martinez is injury prone, Euro and Heaven are just so inexperienced. Maguire's only here for another year, so we don't have much left at the back. Left back,
Exactly, bro.
how much left back? Luke Shaw's good. Luke Shaw's. I don't know what's going on with Luke Shaw, man. For me, he's not good enough anymore. Right back, we've not been good at right back for a long time. We
Exactly,
need
mate.
to invest in the back line. And you know how City, when Pep came in, they invested like 200 million in the back line. Do that. We need to go and do that. Go and invest big time on the back line, and invest big time on the squad. Because for me, we've got more than enough attackers now. Attackers, leave it. Midfield, we need another midfielder, maybe one or two. Center backs, left back, and right back, go invest in all of them. Go and invest. We need to bring in players, bro. We can't just let this squad go into the next season, and we struggle to have defenders playing so we had defenders playing at left back and right back because they're all injured. We don't have enough cover at left back. We don't have enough cover at the back. Inexperience at the back in the Champions League is going to cost us. So we need to bring in some back. We need to bring in some defenders. But Carlos Baleba, as Twisted Fate says here, for the people who don't like this, I understand this Baleba brings what we lack: legs, physicality, passing range, dribbling, scoring. He has the whole package on his day. Never forget he was bossing the midfield every midfield he came across. I mean, that's what you want, right? But at the same time,
I mean, that's what you want. I mean,
need
but he
more.
wasn't doing that last year.
Yeah,
He needs to get back to that, and that's the problem with a Baleba signing, because he wasn't on our first list. There were better guys out there, you know, and we've failed to land them, and now we've gone back to Baleba because we're thinking that he's going to be doing that what he was doing 18 months ago, and that's what we want, you know, and that's a concern. There's a red flag with Baleba, mate. I mean, there's people must be honest with it. You know, he's a good, exciting signing, but last season he went tremendously like 5 step backwards in his development. Now we've got to bring him back to what we saw of him 18 months ago when he was good. And this is why I say it's a season where I don't think we're challenging him in the league, because we've signed players that you have a question marks over. You have question marks over Santos, and you have question marks over Baleba, and it can go either way. So this is why I say it's more of a development season, where because the back line is slow. It is slow. The left backs are slow. The right backs are slow. Defensively, we're not strong, so we're gonna give up We're gonna give up goals. And yes, Baleba does offer the legs in it, but he's not coming off to a tremendous season. And I would have rather signed somebody coming off a really great season, like we did with Embremo, like we did with Cunha, and quickly they came in and killed it. You know what I mean?
Ray, who better to bring a DM back to their best than one of the greatest DMs in United's history?
I mean, this is the thing. We're hoping, you know what I mean? We're hoping that Carrick can do that, but him himself is also inexperienced in coaching. So you know, as I said, there's a lot. As I said, it's a lot of question marks. So we haven't answered yet, and we're going to answer them. And I'm hoping that Carrick can bring him back, and the Carrick is good. You know, that's the question I want. I don't want the second thing where, oh well, yeah, Baleba was never good, and Carrick wasn't that guy.
Carrick
You
will
know,
give you all the experience in the world that you need at DM. Like he is that. Carrick is one of
yeah.
the best DMs in the club's history. He probably is. Okay, Roy Keane. Yeah, Carrick's up there.
But the work, he wasn't a good manager, though. That's the problem.
We'll see at
Playing
Shaba. We'll see,
playing and
bro.
managing is completely
We,
different, isn't it, guys?
we'll see, bro. You guys need to relax a little bit, right? I
I think
understand you're excited, and I completely understand. You are favorites for the title, but you gotta relax a little bit, my friend, because it could come crashing down really fast. And I don't. This is why I don't troll anyone, because it comes back to bite me.
I don't show people. No, I'm just
I
saying.
don't
Well,
troll any other fans because it comes back
yeah,
to bite me. So you need to relax a little bit, my friend. We're big up to you, man. Hope you're well.
yeah. As I was saying, I hope Carrick can bring him back. You know, I mean, it's a season of it's a season. Well, it's a funny season that we've got, because we've got a season where we don't really know. You know, it's not a season where, oh yeah, I guarantee Carrick's going to do this. I guarantee because we don't know about him.
Mm.
So it's also with
Big up.
Baleba, we don't know about these guys. So for me, it's a season of I'm just waiting to see. You know, if we hit the ground running and these guys hit the ground running, yeah. But it can also be a season of tremendous struggle. So, you know, it's 50-50 for me. I don't want to be a bit, you know, I would have
How are
been
we?
a bit,
Okay,
sorry.
Lumen. First of all, tell me where we're perfectly fine. I want to know your perspective. Let me know where we're perfectly fine. How is it
I mean,
perfectly
this is
fine?
the thing. I'm not
Not
too sure we're
perfectly fine.
perfectly fine. I mean,
Not perfectly
what I saw in the preseason, there was worries, mate. There is worries. Even with the believer in this team, there's still worries. So, you know, as I said, it's 50-50. You know, you just got to see how the games go, see how we are after Champions League games, because Baleba won't be playing until about October, September, October. See how he is this season, because I wasn't impressed with him last year. See how Carrick is this season, and you just got to see how it is, bro.
But the thing is, Lumen, right, bro? You can talk about signing Baleba, and I think Baleba will help our midfield. But at the same time, there's so many issues at the back. There's so many issues in a lack of depth at the back, bro. You can't go into a Champions League with Euro and Heaven as centre back pairings. They're inexperienced. You're gonna get cooked by the top guys. In the Champions League, you've got the best players already playing against you. I'm sorry, as much as I know you want to say Euro and Heaven are great, I think they're good young players, but they're not good enough to start a Champions League game together. I don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't think they can. Right? And Maguire is only going to be here for another year. De Ligt's injury prone. Martinez is injury prone. So who are we gonna? So we can't just start Euro and Heaven at the back every single game. We're gonna get destroyed. We're gonna get destroyed. It's not just Baleba, bro. Look at the overall picture, man. We can't just look at just Baleba. Baleba's not going to change everything. It's not going to come in and change everything. And I think it's a good sign, but you can't just come in and change everything, bro. It's not going to come in and change the backline issues that we have, you know. So we still have to do some work at the back. And we
And you
need a
also
left.
have to ask yourself. Sorry, cut you off there.
No, I was just saying we need a left back. That's it.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And you also have to ask yourself: Is Baleba good enough to be in the midfield in Europe as well? Because I've never saw him. Brighton
yeah,
has never really been in Europe.
yeah.
Um, and we in the Champions League. So you got. I said it says there's questions. There is questions.
3 games.
We're hoping we're fine. We're hoping we're fine. And that's what I say. I mean, I don't like putting all my faith on a young guy like the way the some of the fans like to do, because we know that we did it with Sancho and that flopped. We did it with. So you just gotta take it easy, mate, because we haven't signed players in their prime. Okay, we've signed young development players that will be, one season might be good, one game might be bad. You might give it 2 good games. We're still at that development stage in our team. So we'll be fine in terms of maybe sticking in the top 5, but we don't know where the level of these boys yet. You know what I mean? I mean, no one can really truthfully say that, oh yeah, Baleba's level is world class and he'll go and take United to the top of the league or take United to the final of the Champions League. No one can say that. I can 100% say no one can say that. They can say, if they say that, they believe in he could. They can't just say 100% yeah. Like if we're signing like a Zidane or someone like that elk, you'll be thinking, oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah, you
Bro,
get me.
just if you didn't pay attention to what I've just said, bro. I've just said we can't go into a season with Euro and Heaven as our centre back pairings as a Champions League. Martinez is injury prone. De Ligt is injury prone. Maguire's only here for another year. We need depth at the back. That's my issue. I'm not saying we're bad at the back. You did not pay attention to what I'm saying. What I said was that we need depth at the back.
No, we
because
definitely do.
because next season we're going to struggle with Euro and Heaven as the centre back pairings if De Ligt and Martinez are out. Martinez, I cannot trust anymore. I'm sorry, I just can't do the Martinez thing anymore. He's too injury prone for my liking. Gets injured too often. Sell him. You know, De Ligt, if he gets injured next season, this season he gets injured more often, sell him because you can't afford to have injury prone players at the back. Defense is the most important part of the pitch. Without defenders, you're fucked.
And it's not just that, we're kind of slow at the back as well.
Yes, and
We're
this is
very
the
slow at
thing.
the back.
I'm not saying we don't concede. I'm not saying we concede a lot of goals. We don't concede many goals, but at the same time, you can't just go into the season with not many centre backs as your option. At the moment, if we cancel out Martinez and De Ligt right now if they're injured, we only have Maguire, Euro, and Heaven at the back. Who else is there? You know, Shaw is not going to play left centre back. He's going to play at left back. We don't have a left back. We don't have enough left backs. We don't have left backs at the club. We only have one left back. Mazraoui's gonna play right back. Dallow's gonna play right back. You're gonna play Dallow at left back. You're gonna play Dallow and Mazraoui right back, right? You're gonna play Dallow and Mazraoui right back. You ain't gonna play them both at left back.
I mean, the way
They'll
I
never bin Shaw off at left back. They'll never bin Shaw off at left back unless they sign one now. Unless they sign a left back. Because I'm sorry, Shaw cannot start left back next season. I just don't. He's not good enough anymore.
the
He's good enough.
way sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at the team and the way I rate the team coming into this season, I mean, this is how I do it.
Yeah,
Because I've been playing
there'll be
like.
quality for the team, Sluman. There'll be quality for the team,
Mm.
man. Yes, guys, hit the like button, people. Hit the like button.
Yeah, so
100%
the
of
way I
people.
look at the team, I think the defense, I'll say maybe the very end of, not the high 80s, maybe the very low 80s, about 81 or
You need
maybe at 80.
We need backups, man. We can't just
Yeah.
have. We
In
can't
the
just go
midfield,
to Champions League with 3 centre backs as your squad depth. United used to have Evan, Smalling, Jones, Rio, Vidic, 5 centre backs. We used to have God knows how many centre backs we used to have. We used them all. And we
yeah. I mean,
used
as I said, yeah. Sorry, you're talking to your audience there.
no,
Sorry
no.
about that.
I'm just saying, like, we had a lot of depth at the back before. I don't understand this myth that we can't have too much depth. You need depth, bro. If you want to compete in the Champions League, you need depth.
It's also the
Otherwise,
quality as well,
yes,
and that's the
exactly.
thing. I don't think this defense is a high 80 defense. I think it's a low 80, percentage wise, how good it is. You might be a 79, 81 or to 80% of how good the back line really is, because Heaven and you haven't really landed down regularity spots yet. And I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna this season. I think they're gonna be using Maguire, Martinez, Delit, and it's to see how much games that these boys can stay fit with. You get me? Because they are
Yeah.
injury prone. We do have an injury prone back line.
Yes,
And
I
it's also
agree.
slow. It's also slow because Maguire is slow. Martinez is not that quick. Delit's not that quick.
We got exposed against AC Milan badly. We
Very
got
badly.
big.
It's very badly. And we even got exposed against Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Um, we have a good keeper that might keep the scoreline down for us, and that might give us a platform to go and win the game. So yeah, there is concerns about the back line, which we haven't fixed this window. I thought we would have fixed the window. I thought we would have fixed the midfield, but United probably looking to do that next year, fix the back line. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then I'm looking at the midfield now. I think the midfield is in the high, in the middle of the 80s, or percentage wise, how good it is. I think it's about 85% good, because you still have Mount there, who's injury prone. Bruno, he plays further forward. Tillmans, he's a good player, and there's growth for Santos and Baleba and Menu. There's growth
Yes.
for these players, and the
Yes.
attack, I say, same as well. Maybe about the middle to high 80s of how good it is. So the team is decent. It's a decent team. I'm not going to say it's an average team, but it's a decent team. But it's not an excellent team, and it's a team that's good for growth this season.
This myth that we have quality academy players, have they proven themselves at the big stage?
I mean, yeah,
When have they played in the first team? They've not many academy players have passed Man United.
we
And
do
we,
have
we
good quality players, but they're not ready yet.
they're
They're
not
not ready
ready.
yet, and
We can't just throw academy players in there and expect them to do well and just like that. You have to play them with the big players. Like how when Liverpool brought in Trent, they brought him in with the good centre back, with
yep.
with the decent centre back pairing. They brought him in with the decent team ahead of him. They didn't bring him in with a full academy team. If we do that, we're fucked. We're gonna
Yeah.
have a full academy team. We're screwed. We can't
I
just
mean,
bring in
Lacey's just been
that.
just been introduced now.
We have to bring an academy with experience. We don't
Yep.
have experience. I think academy. Sorry, play him in a League Cup match against like a smaller league side or something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Lacey's just been integrated now, so
Yes.
you can't expect him to be flying at the moment. He's got to take it. He's got to have a good season under him. As I said, Akivin, this team is growing. It's not there yet, guys. I mean, a lot of United fans need to understand we're still growing as a team. We're not there. But we'll have a good season. We'll have a
All
good
right.
season.
Sorry, this is rage, but you think he can match Lewis Hall's? He can match Lewis Hall's level if he's given game time. Sorry,
Uh,
Hamas is not good enough yet
he's not
to
ready yet.
start. He's a good player. I rate him. I think he's a decent player, but he's not going to play. He's not going to have to start every single game. We have to bring in Lewis Hall to compete with him. So maybe
Because
Amos
Lewis
can.
Hall is 22 when he's ready.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Many times he's not been ready. We've played him in a few. Sorry, can't even talk. We played him in a few Premier League games. What happened to the guy? He's got spun inside out by wingers in the Premier League. So I think at best he comes off the bench or starts in rotational games because I think I'm not saying Amas is bad. I'm not. If you're gonna think, if you think what I'm saying, no, sorry, it's not.
No,
What I'm trying to,
again, he's a player that's growth.
yeah,
You
you
know,
gotta bring.
that's what I say, guys. A lot of our team is growth, mate. We're not ready yet. We're not ready yet to be the best team in the league. We're not ready yet to be the best team in Europe. The growth players, a lot of our youngsters, even the signings that we sign are growth players. You know, Baleba's not in his prime. Santos is not in his prime. I mean, Santos was Chelsea's fourth choice player, and that team finished 10th. And Baleba had a bad season, so we are signing guys that are room for growth and improvement on the Carrick. And for me, I don't think he can suddenly turn them into world beaters and world class in that short period of time where he's just signed on the season. He'll need to be working with them at least a season, grow with them, and then see what we do with them in the future.
Yes.
And we still need to replace the backline. We need to replace guys like Shaw. We need to replace guys like Diallo, Maguire. We need to replace these guys with younger, fitter guys, and we haven't done that. So, as I said, it's a season where we've got the right amount of experience, maybe to keep us in the top four, but not a right enough talent yet to be the best teams in the league. I don't see that. I really don't. I think Arsenal team is better than us. I think
Yes.
City might just be a little slightly better than us.
Yeah.
Um, and I think number 3 and number 4 is up for grab for the teams that are around. So that's what I look at the team. You know, I know the other guys might have their own opinions, but I just think, you know, titles and stuff and Champions Leagues are a little bit beyond this team this season. But FA Cups are not, League Cups are not. I mean, I could see us winning a League Cup with Shea Lacey, Hammers, Baleba. I could see us doing that. And I could see us doing an FA Cup with these boys. I can.
Hmm. Attack rebuild window 1, midfield rebuild window 2. Next summer is 1,000% defense rebuild. We should have done that all in one window, bro. But these owners ain't doing that. Sorry. If we had serious owners, we'd have rebuilt the whole club or the whole squad in probably 1 or 2 windows. Because at the same time, this is exactly what sums up Man United. I'm not saying you twist the fair, but this exactly sums up Man United. They ain't gonna rebuild the whole the whole part of the pitch in one window. They're gonna rebuild part by part per window because they're scared to spend money. You know, and the people say, "Oh, we spent a lot of money already." Yeah, but they ain't gonna spend enough to win us the Champions League. This is why expectations are so low. They ain't spending enough on the right players. You know what I'm saying? They ain't spending enough on the right players. There's people out there saying, but you're negative and you're thinking, oh, these guys are bad. I'm not saying the signings we made are bad. I'm just saying then they're not at the level we should be competing with Arsenal with.
Not
If
this
you want to,
season, no.
you want to compete with Arsenal, you have to go and try and sign. I don't know. It's going to be impossible because we've missed out on so many of our targets. Tonali was one of them that could have helped us a lot. Tonali could have come in and helped us a lot. You know, Guimaraes could have been one. Guimaraes could have been another one. You know, we missed out on so many of our targets, bro. This is the thing. Anderson. I don't know. And Anderson is, I think he's a good player, but for the price tag, do you know
But
what?
they wanted Anderson though. They
I
were
don't really
because
care
someone
about.
were making captain and they didn't want to pay.
Yeah, but I don't care about the price tag of a player. I just care about bringing them in. You know, this is the thing. We're worrying too much about price tags. In a year, we got Champions League football. If you want to compete in the Champions League, you have to bring in these players. I'm sorry, like this this whole idea of let's bring players in for because they're cheap or whatnot. Like I said, price
You
tags
see,
don't always matter, but at the same time, Ray, you have to bring in the right quality of players. Tielemans is a good player, fine. Andre Santos, I hope becomes good, right? Baleba, decent player, but I'm sorry, where about the rest of the squad? We still have some of the same players that we've had years ago that have helped this club fail. Shaw, Dallo, Maguire are still here. Why are they still here? They should have been sold years ago. If you want to become an elite club, they ain't good enough. They're not good enough. They've not
I
been
tell
good
you,
enough.
I tell you this. For me, I never look at the price tag of a player because it's
I
how you
know why.
perform on the pitch. Because you can buy. I mean, we did this. If you go buy a player for 30 million, like Xerxes, who's I think is a flop, and he cost you 30 million,
Yes.
and that's considered cheap. You could buy a player like Dan James, we bought 50 million for, and he was a flop. So the price tag is for me. I never look at it. What I look at it is the quality of player that you're bringing in. That's where I look at it, and I look at the signings that we've done. This is why I say there's a lot of room for growth signings because Tillemans is quality. We know what we're getting from Tillemans. He's won a league, a European Cup, sorry. So he's
Yeah.
quality. But then I look at the other guys that they brought in. We don't really know about Santos because he's unknown. He might be very good this season. He might not be. Baleba, we've seen his form fall off for whatever reason. So he's another question mark. And then there's question marks in the back line. So has United done enough to be one of the best teams in the league? Personally, I don't think so. I think I mean, we bought in Cardilo and Thompson. Thompson again, nobody knows about Thompson. There's a lot of growth that's needed. And I don't think Carrick has got enough superstars that we've seen who's done it. And I want to meet about superstars. I'm not talking about our names. I'm talking about guys who've done it. To be saying that he's going to do this and that this season in terms of massive Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. But what I'm looking for him to do is try to just go on a cup run and finish in the top four and then see what the likes of Baleba, the likes of Santos, the likes of Thompson, how they've played this season, to say, okay, next season, yeah, they're ready for a different challenge. Because it can go either way. We could have these boys, they can play for us, and it can be absolutely shocking. And then we'll be like, oh God, why did we buy Baleba? Why did we buy Santos? So he can go this he can go this way. I mean, it's good to be positive, but you also have to look at it 50-50. You also have to look at the other side. What happens if it doesn't go well? And I think this is where United fans don't do, and this is why they crash out when he doesn't go well. Because in their minds, they've popped it up and say, yes, we've got this guy. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Or we're going to win here. But when it doesn't happen, all hell breaks loose. And then, because we never look at it at the other side of the coin, we never look at it. What happens if we get tails where it might be bad? Because of the kind of signings that we've done, the kind of window that we've done, you know what I mean? If it goes well, yes, you can praise Ineos, you can praise Baleba, you can praise Santos. Yeah, these we've done all of this for 150 million or whatever it is. But what we can't be doing, and what I say a lot of, and what annoys me on the social media side is that we're bigging it up, but we're not seeing it yet. We're like, oh look, we didn't have to spend 100 million for Tonali. We spent and got 3 players, but we don't know if they're going to be good.
Yeah,
You know,
price.
and I'm like, just wait and see
It's not about
this
the price.
season.
Right. It's never been about the price tag.
It's
It's
never been
about
about the price tag for me. That's what I'm saying. It's never been. It's about let's wait and see the quality of the player.
last season. Theo Hernandez was available. Why didn't we go for Theo Hernandez? You know, these guys were available last season. You know, Denzel Dumfries was available last season for cheap. You know, he's a good player. Why don't we go get him? You know, that's what I'm saying. We don't. Sometimes when the good players are cheap, we don't buy them because they're overaged. But apparently now we just signed Tillemans, who was 29. You know, this is my thing. The club are hypocrites. The club
I don't think sorry.
I'm just saying the club are hypocrites, but they've said that they don't want to sign players over the age of 25, but now they're doing that, right? So why didn't we do that last year when two of the best one of the best fullbacks in the world is right there? When one of the best fullbacks in the world are up there, we're available for cheap. We didn't want to go get them. It's my thing. Like market opportunity, we missed out on so many players. Market opportunity, you know, to bring in the right players, to bring in the quality. Quality is number one priority. Fuck the price tag. I don't care about the price. If it costs 120 million, costs 120 million. If it costs 50 million, costs 50 million. It doesn't matter. City bought Haaland for 60 million release clause. This is the problem.
And it's quality. It's quality. And that's what
we always fall behind our rivals in terms of signings because we don't beat them to the targets. We wanted to sign Julian Alvarez all those years ago. We lost Julian Alvarez because you know why? With the board, we're too slow. City came and snapped him up. Bellingham. Now look at him. He's bossing it at Real Madrid. You know, who else are we talking about here? Declan Rice at Arsenal, bossing it.
Yeah, we wanted him, and that's quality. It's
Quality.
all about quality, I'm telling you. And yeah,
Caicedo at Chelsea, bossing it.
yeah.
Haaland at City, bossing it. We missed on all these targets, and we scouted these guys. We missed them all out. We missed out on all these guys. Our failure to go and get these players is something else. This is my thing, Ray. We don't take advantage when the time is, because this is the year that we have to leapfrog a lot of our rivals. Liverpool, City, Chelsea, uncertainties at the clubs. Spurs, uncertainty. The only club that's really in the running for the title this year is Arsenal, and we have the chance to go and cut the deficit. But we ain't doing that. This is my problem. When we have the chance to go and sign the back line, defenders, go and sign midfielders and attackers to improve the club even more, we don't do that. We fail. We're too slow, and then we're hassling late in the window. Now we're signed Baleba with a couple days to go before the season starts, and God knows what we're doing.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's injured. He's injured and he's lost form. He's injured and he's lost form. Is he the quality he needed to challenge this season? We don't know, because he's injured and he's lost form. So we don't know what he is. And, it's not... sorry?
Manu Kone was right there as well.
Exactly. Kone was right there, but we rather went, because they didn't want Kone. They rather have Baleba. With question marks over him. But as Twisted Face says there, it's not a lose-lose situation for me, because, as I said, players for growth, and the win would be the players have not failed that they signed. They're growing. They're winning FA Cup, and then hopefully they're back in the Champions League. And that, I see that as a win. The losing situation will be you sign these players, they flop, Carrick's flops, and then we'll be cursing at the end of the season saying, well, why didn't you get better players? So that's the only losing situation. And I hope it's the first one. I hope that these players are growth and Carrick has grown them, and they at least stabilize what we were trying to do. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell me that I washed up Maguire, I washed up Luke Shaw, a hit and miss Diallo is going to win you the league. Nah, that's not I'm sorry, guys. If you believe you could trust Martinez to stay fit, you could trust Mount to stay fit, even the Litter's got injury issues, you can trust even the front line. What happens if we haven't? Are you going to trust Xerxes to score enough goals to win your titles if he stays? Rashford, we know about Rashford. So do you trust these boys enough?
Why would we bring him back to the club? Why is he coming back?
Exactly. Do you trust these boys enough to say, yeah, this team will win league?
We called him Deadwood a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he's back.
Why? Why?
So, I mean, I've seen it before with these lads, and I don't trust them anymore. So maybe they'll come and do good for this season. But I know for 1 minute we're going to go to 1 games or so, and these boys are going to pull a shocker out, and it's going to be negative, because that's what they do. They've been doing that for years. So we're not going to be bad. We're going to be a good team. We're going to be a decent team. I mean, there's no negative from us, from me and Akabin. We're saying we are a decent team that should be getting top 4 again and win the cup, and then we can see where we're going from there. But what I'm saying is that I don't think the signings that we signed.
Sorry, Ray. I need to address this
point
already.
Go on.
How is it overpricing in today's market when the inflation has just gone up so much? How is it overpricing of players sold to Man United? How have they successfully solved it when Haaland was available for 60 million at the time, when we didn't go get Haaland? Really close. Bro, you bring in players that are not going to win us titles for this. For this. You bring in Højlund for what? 75 million. That guy was never good enough in the first place. I don't know why we didn't go for. I don't know why we went for Højlund. Should have brought Harry Kane for 100.
That might win your title.
Harry Kane was available for like 100 million or something. Why would we bring in Harry Kane before he went to Bayern? We brought in Højlund, inexperience. We were spending big money on the wrong experienced players.
Anthony as well.
Wrong. Harry Kane was out there for 100 million. We should have brought Harry Kane in. This guy would have scored bags of goals for us. Could have won us more. Could have won us something.
You'll hold the title.
When we don't take advantage, this is what happens. Chouameni, we could have bought him all those years ago before he went to Real Madrid. Overpricing much? Really? Overpricing much? Overpricing much? Is that overpricing? When look what he's done at Real Madrid now. If Real Madrid snapped him for 100 million, why do we go for 100 million? Why do we go for 100 million for him? If a big club wants a player, if City wants a player for this price, fuck that. I don't care. I don't care how much City pay for. I don't care how much you pay for a player. I never cared about that. I've only cared about the quality of the player. You're paying that much money for the quality of the player. You're paying him. Sorry, you're paying for the quality of the player. Højlund was never good enough to begin with.
Nope.
He was never.
We should never send him.
Anthony was not world class when we bought him. Sancho was not world class when we bought him.
Exactly.
Sancho was on his way up there, but he wasn't world class. So we spent big money, but on the wrong players. We spent big money on the wrong players.
And this is why
spend it on players like Harry Kane. Spend it on players like I don't know. You name me like a Vitinha, for example. This is an example like a Vitinha. That's 100 million pounds. That's worth 100 million. You know, we bought Tielemans for 35 because of his release clause.
Rice.
Declan Rice for 100 million. Look what he's doing at Arsenal right now. Yes, the price tag has never been the thing. It's about the quality of the player. This is where you're getting it wrong, guys. It's about the quality of the player. We brought in the wrong quality. We brought in inexperience. Mason Mount for 60 minutes. The guy was never good enough to begin with.
Injury prone.
Exactly. Sesko scoring goals for us. He was bought for big money.
But he's not proven yet to score 20-something goals for us.
Exactly.
And this is what I said. This is what I said, guys. It is the quality, not the price tag for me. Because if you look at the price tag alone, you'll never.
Sesko? How much was Sesko?
You'll never challenge. If you look in.
How much was Sesko? Sorry, Ray. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for cutting you off so many times, but how much was Sesko? Before you go on, how much was Sesko? How much was he? He wasn't 60 million. He was
75.
No, he was saying that Ineos will never go over 70 million pounds for a player. Please.
No, they did with Sesko because they had to.
How much was Sesko?
Sesko was a panic buy.
75? Yeah, he was a panic buy.
Yeah.
He was a panic buy. 100% a panic buy. 3 midfielders minimum, yeah, and this would like one or two. This
is what we're hoping, man. This is what we're really hoping for. I mean, I'm not bashing. This is not bashing Carrick. This is hoping that Carrick does what he's got to do because he's got a lot to do. It's not like it's 15 games anymore, and we've got 3 weeks out. He's got a lot to do. He's got to get the young. Because people will be looking at these. People will be judging Balebas. They'll be judging Santos. They'll be judging these guys, and if these guys don't show up, that'll be the end of Carrick. So he's got a lot to do, mate. You know what I mean? He's got a lot to do, and I'd rather hit him than me. That's what I got to say with that.
This is what people are misunderstanding from our points, right? We keep on telling them the price tag is not the problem; it's the quality of the player.
Exactly.
You're paying for the quality of the player. Sometimes we're overpaying for the demands of other clubs, not for the quality of the player. If you're paying 100 million for Vitinha, understandable, because of the player he is. You're paying 100 for João Neves, understandable now because of the player he is. If you bring in a player like Højlund, like that at the time we brought in Højlund for about 70 million or something. I scored about 9 goals in about how many appearances for Atalanta?
That wasn't top quality.
That was not good. They were not. I'm sorry to twist the fate. They were not quality before they came in. Anthony was not proven. He wasn't proven. Sancho was on his way there. Sancho was just about to get there. And okay, I'll admit we flopped with Sancho.
We flopped. That was a flop. That was a genuine flop.
That was a flop. I admit with that. That was a flop, right? But there's more. Like there was more. We also bought what's his name? We also bought who else we buy for big money? Lukaku. Lukaku was
a flop though.
Lukaku was a flop. Okay, fair enough.
But he scored 18 goals.
This is what I'm saying. Like for the quality of the player. You pay for the quality, not what their would you call, not what other clubs are. Other clubs are asking for. Other clubs are asking for money. John Evans was bought to PSG by how much? For 60 million, I think. 60 million, I think it was bought for. PSG they asked us for 100. Now he's worth 100. Now he's worth 100. We're paying for what other clubs are asking for.
And that's the transfer market, mate. That's always been the transfer market. I mean, I think fans forgetting that we always have to pay top dollar for players. I mean, we
Yeah,
paid 40 million what for Van Nistelrooy. In them days, that was big money. We paid 30 million for Rio. You know what United used to do is United used to play top money for the top players of each
yeah,
club. So, like,
right.
say if Akervin is the top goal
Right.
scorer in his club,
Can I ask you a question?
sorry, you know.
No, no, sorry. No, sorry. Finish your point. Sorry, finish your point.
Yeah, so I was saying if Akervin was one of the top players in his club, United in the past would have gone to sign Akervin, and then we would have remained the top. But what we are doing now is we're not really paying top dollar for the top people. I mean, Baleba is not one of the top midfielders in Brighton. He wasn't last year.
No, it was.
Santos is not the top midfielder in Chelsea squad. He wasn't last year. So what we're doing is bringing maybe the second or the third best player from a team because they're cheap, and hoping that we can grow them. And okay, yes, I can back that, but it's a lot of hope, and I'm hoping that it's good. Okay, what ask me? Right?
I was going to ask you if Rasmus Højlund was to go for the quality of he is in today's market. How much would Rasmus Højlund be?
Well, I
20 million,
mean, 20 million,
20,
probably about
30,
30 million, 40 million, something like that.
20, 20, 30 million. Not even 100. Not even near
No,
70. No, this is what
no.
I'm saying. Quality of the player. If you're paying for the quality, then Vitinha is like worth 100 plus. Like in today's market. Like we're talking today's market. Yes, sure, but we're paying for what we're paying for what clubs want. Tielemans had a 35 million release clause, so they decided to go for it because it was cheap enough to bring him in. And Tielemans is a good player. I'm not denying
Yeah,
it.
and that one I could say that he's one of the best players out of Villa. But we wanted
Yeah,
more like Tillemans. We wanted more signings like Tillemans. We just not just Tillemans. We wanted more like a Chomeni or Tanali, somebody who was the best out of a team. And now I'm not saying that these boys can't be grown into that, but for
nobody.
this season, I
Oh,
don't think they are the best for what we do. The season for the window, I don't think we've signed the best of the best. I think what we've done is we've signed potential and
well, you said
make it
quality,
sound like it's one
right?
of the best things that we've done. I don't think we've signed the best of the best. Other than Tillemans, who's the best of the best in Villa because he won them a Champions. Oh, sorry, he won them a Europa League and he was one of their best midfielders. Other than him, I don't think Thompson from Spurs is the best big winger there. I don't think Sanchez is the best from Chelsea. I don't think Baleba is the best from Chelsea. I mean, from Brighton. And that's it, really. Who else? We haven't really bought a left back. We haven't really bought another striker. So it's been a poor window. You know what I mean? So when people say we're fine, yeah, we'll be fine for top four, but these guys need to grow, need to be the best. Like Ineos last year was a little bit better than it because they bought the best from Wolves, which was Cunha. They bought the best from Imbremo, with 20 league goals. That's why we
Yes.
shot back up. That's why we shot up the table because we actually bought the best of the best.
Mm.
But this season, I don't think they have. I don't think they have.
Okay, let's read this comment here. Where we paid up top money when we was either on top or almost there. We didn't do this to start getting back. We used youth from academy and future stars from other teams we found.
Not really. When we got back at the best, we started signing. Fergus spent a lot of money to get back at the best. And that's what people don't realize. With time that the what's you call it, the class of '92 came along. We had Caselsi, we had Hughes, we had Brian Hobson. We signed these. Some I think we signed Ince. We signed a lot of guys before, and then and then Fergie to get it all together went out and smashed 1 million on Cantona, and Cantona was winning 4 or 5 leagues back to back, and it all hit the places. We're not doing what we did back then to get to the top. is not what we didn't doing now. Ferguson spent a lot of money to get to 92. He did. And when he got to 92, he had to do, because he even was struggling in the first half of the season. When he bought in Cantona and he splashed $1 million, and $1 million in them days was a lot of money. Boom. And then in the following season, he went and got Cole, a lot of money. Then he went and got York. So Ferguson always splashed the cash, because we had owners back then who did, to get the best players. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. We're getting the second or the third or the fourth best players and popping them up like, yeah, these guys are the best. These guys are the best because they're 30 million. Look, we got Sancho for 50 million. He's the best. He's the best of the best. We got Baleba's coming. Oh, he's the best of the best. No, these guys are not best of the best, and fans must realize that they're not. They're not.
Do you know why me and Ray are talking about quality? Because we have players that are sat there at this football club that are still fucking here for no reason. Maguire is still here for no reason. Why is he still here? Shaw, still here. Dalot, still here. Not good enough. Get rid. Get rid ASAP, because they ain't good enough. And they ain't going to get rid because these guys are English. Some of them are English. Dalot's not English.
Yeah, he was. He was there.
But he works hard. Mason Mount's here because he's English. Let's be honest with you. A lot of these players that are not good enough are here because they're English. Rashford should have got rid years ago. Should have got rid years ago. We just sit there and call him Mac Born and bred. Nobody cares about Mac Born and bred. City might even bro. If Phil Foden in a year's time does not do well for City, they might consider getting rid of him. Because he's not performed well at all for a long time. If he does not perform at his best next year, I'm telling you, City might get rid of Phil Foden. They will. They'll get rid of him. They've got rid of Kyle Walker, English. They've got rid of so many players. Man United is still keeping the same old players that have failed at this club for so many years. I don't understand why. It's not so difficult to understand for so many people when we complain about quality. Because of these players are still here. You ain't going to win a Champions League with Luke Shaw playing at left back. I'm sorry, you ain't. You're not going to win the Premier League title with Luke Shaw and Maguire and as your defense, and Dalot as your right back. I don't see it. These guys are not good enough. Some of them. The signings we make, not awful, not amazing, good, not bad, but decent, decent signings. Right? The core is already there, but there's still some players there that are just holding the club back. This is why we're upset. If you can get rid of these players and replace them, we won't be as upset as we are, because some of these players are still complaining about it.
66.
Besides class of '92, had Beckham, Giggs, Neville, Gary and Phil, Paul Scholes, and Nicky Butt wasn't all academy graduates. They are academy graduates, but
they wasn't thrown into the team.
They weren't thrown in. No,
we had Caselsi.
We had Kinchelsi.
We had Robson. We had Hughes. We had Steve Bruce. We had a really good core of really hardcore professionals. And then Fergie went and bought Roy Keane. Roy Keane, who was one of the best midfielders back in the day, and he wasn't a kid. So we had a mix of youth that's coming through, and then we had seasoned professionals, and that's why we won. That's why we went off what we had to do. The myth about it was all just kids. It wasn't. This United doesn't really have good season. Maybe you say Bruno's very, very good, but I don't look at Maguire as a very, very good player. I don't look at Shaw as a very good player. I don't look at Dalot as world class. We don't have those players. This team is decent. The guys that we brought in are room for growth. You know what I mean? Because nobody's saying that Baleba is a bad player. Nobody's saying that Sananta's a bad player. But there's room to grow into the players that we want them to be. They're not there yet. And that's why I think a lot of fans are a little bit gaslighted into thinking, because they don't realize that a lot of these boys are not there yet. They're not top player because if they were, they would already been signed already. You know, is Real Madrid looking at Santos? Is Real Madrid looking at Baleba? Is it, the top teams? Are they looking at these guys? No, they're not. But that doesn't mean they can't grow into one of the top teams. And that's where we are at the moment. We're still growing. We're not a team that's finished. They're not.
But because we have players holding us back.
Exactly. But I like the signings.
Roy Keane was 21 when you joined United.
But I think it's a work in progress.
You can sign these players, but the problem is you have players holding you back. You get rid of them, and then you replace them with top dogs. Replace them with players that can definitely grow into those players.
Exactly, mate.
Or you buy players that are already made, and they can help transform defense. Bring in like a Schlotterbeck, for example, to replace a Maguire or Martinez. Bring in for example, a good left back, Lewis Hall, to replace Luke Shaw. That's improvement right there already. You bring in like I don't know, which of the centre backs are out there, that can come in and improve. Right back, you bring in someone like I don't know, young maybe. You can bring someone young in. You can bring someone like a Coyote in maybe. You can bring in like a, I don't know. There's many. I'm sure there's some right backs out there that can definitely improve your side. And this is what I'm trying to say. There's players that are holding this club back. This is why me and Ray are still talking about it now, that we're not bringing in enough. Because you still have the same defense that lost to Brentford 4-0 in 2022. What happened?
And this is it.
This is what we're talking about here.
And the problem is, Baleba is not going to stop Maguire from doing that, or it's Luke Shaw from being bad, or Tyler from being bad. It's not going on.
If you think me and Ray are complaining about our signings, we're not complaining about our signings. We're complaining about the fact that we still have we've not replaced some of the dead.
No, I'm not complaining about the signings, mate. I'm complaining about the fact that people are thinking that we're a finished article and we're ready to do this and that. We're not there yet. We are group. I stress again when we're doing the whole, because we're previewing whole. We are stressing that we've done enough to stay in the top four, but a lot of our players that we've bought this season is for growth. They're not ready to, if they were like ready, you will say, yeah, we're winning the league, but they're not ready to win the league, because Baleba is not ready to win the league. Neither is Santos. These guys are just here. I mean, if you listen to Wayne Rooney says the same thing. These boys are here for squad building, and then we see what we do in the future. They're not really ready to league. And he played football, so he knows how it is. You know what I mean? He's played in this professional sports stuff. So a lot of our signings are just here to be, growth with the manager, hopefully. But we still have a lot of players that need replacing, for the growth to even be taken even further.
Yeah. Agreed, Ray. Agreed. But people are misunderstanding us because we think Ineos are, saving us money like it's anything.
No, they're not saving us money at all.
If you want to demand the highest standards, you have to keep on spending and not care about price tags and care about how much a player costs per week. The fact that Mason Mount earns more than a player we wanted so bad, Chouameni, or something like that, is crazy. The fact that Mason Mount got a pay rise and we can't even bring in Chouameni for who's on 210 grand a week is crazy. It's crazy work. Cool, if Chouameni didn't want to come, understandable. But if you don't want to pay that money, if the rumors is you don't want to pay the money to Chouameni because he's worth that much, then that's embarrassing. Because this wage cap shit needs to stop. It really needs to stop. If you want to become a big club, a serious club, you have to stop this wage cap shit. Football players demand more money every single year. They got to demand more and more money every single year. It's going to be hard to control the demands now. Unless then you might as well become a championship side, because they're going to probably earn like 10 grand a week or something. Like this is what I mean, Ray. Like a lot of these players, a lot of these fans don't understand what we're talking about here. We keep defending mediocrity. Keep defending this. The amount of failed players at this club. Some of these players just keep getting, getting away with it. Like I just don't understand it. It really makes no sense to me how a lot of these players that are still here gets away with so much murder. Like the fact that they still have chances at this club is beyond me. City would have got
I
rid of
mean,
them in
yeah,
their second or third year. City would have got rid of them in their second or third year. Real Madrid would have been them off in a year and a half time. You know,
exactly,
see, look
exactly.
at Man City. They're already getting rid of Tijani Reinders after a year of signing him.
Yeah, and it was bad. It was bad. So they said go, and that's what you
Can't
need to
even get
do.
rid of Dalo Masraoui. These guys can't even get rid of them. Can't even get rid.
I
You
mean,
know,
why are we keeping Zirks? I mean, Zirks has scored us 5 Premier League goals in 2 seasons, and everybody says, "Oh, he hasn't got minutes." Wait, bro, he's played 33
he's
matches.
been shit when he's come on. He's done nothing for us.
Exactly, he's played 33 matches like in his first season. He played 25 matches. See, when he comes on, he gets chances, but you don't take them. And
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. We need to. We if we were doing that this year, I would have said, okay, look, yeah, now we are, but we're still keeping the same guys, expecting this. That's a sign of madness. You know when you do the same thing, expecting the same results, different results. Sorry, you do the same thing, expecting different results. It's a sign of insane. You're insane. And then a lot of the things we're doing is recycled. And yeah, can can guys that are who are not yet at the top level take United to the top level this season? Really, to all honesty, no, they can't. If they do, they have to be performing. I mean, I think I said this to you the other day. I think for us to be a top team this season, we will need a lot of career bests. So that means you'll need a lot of you need a lot of best out of Baleba. You need a lot of best out of Santos, a lot of best out of Bremo, Punya. You need a lot of career bests for United to win the league, and
Because
that's a
we
bit
want that
shameful.
places destroyed us and everyone still lives in the past about the time they came to reality.
But we are at reality. We are at reality, and that's what we're saying. We are at reality because the Glazers have kept. It's cheaper for them to keep the guys around than go on
It's
and spend the money because they don't want to spend the money. That's the problem. They don't want to spend the money, so it was cheaper to keep these boys around. I mean, God forbid, say we buy Santos and he'd be rubbish for us. They won't sell him. They'll keep him there for 4 or 5 years being rubbish. They won't sell him,
mm,
and that's the problem I have with United.
exactly.
If players have let you down after 2 or 3 seasons, you got to get rid of them, and they don't want to do it. We've got to finish. I said we've got finished players still making the starting lineup. Finished players, bro. We haven't even got decent. We've got finished players, and the new signings that we've signed should have not been playing with finished players.
Mason Mount sums up everything. A lot of the things wrong with Man United. Mason Mount
Yeah,
does sums up a lot more. Sums up
Luke
a lot
Shaw
more.
does as well.
Luke
Finished,
Shaw too. Luke
finished.
Shaw.
Harry Maguire finished
Luke Shaw too.
at the top level. These guys should be playing in the MLS,
Do you know
but
what's just
yet
so?
they're starting for United.
The reason why I'm not comparing us to City, Arsenal, Real Madrid. But I want to be like them. That's why we're talking about them. We should have their standards. Bring in good players. Arsenal just won the league. They brought in Bruno Guimaraes. They brought in Declan Rice to improve the team. They brought in what do you call? They brought in so many good players. They brought in Gyökeres. They brought in whatever you say about Gyökeres. They decided to bring him in. Okay.
Look, he's a good player. I don't
He
understand the
captained
Jokeris hate because he scored 18 goals
him.
for them last season and won in the
Yep.
league by scoring 14 goals.
Yep.
So I don't really understand the hate of Jokeris. But there you go.
Bro, Ray, they upgraded on Gabriel Jesus. They upgraded on their old midfield. They upgraded on their midfield of previous. You know, they upgraded at left back. They've upgraded at right back with Timber coming in. They upgraded in so many positions, bro. We should be upgrading in a lot of the positions we have. We've downgraded. We
We
have
have
down.
downgraded.
We've
We've downgraded,
downgraded
bro.
every year. We've downgraded every year, and I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, when you go back to look at the United squad that won the Europa League, all right, we had Zlatan up top. We had Pogba in midfield. We had Rooney in the team. We
Yeah.
had Smalling at the back. And we brought in Eric Bailly. We brought in. We brought in. Who else did we bring in? Right back, we had Antonio Valencia.
Yeah.
We had Sergio Romero, David De Gea. Bro, let's look fast forward to the squad we have now. we had a couple years ago. We got worse, a lot worse. So when people say, um, you know, we spent a lot of money, we spent a lot of money to get worse, not to get better. We missed out on market opportunity players to improve this club.
But
You know,
I don't even think we spent well. I don't even think we
yeah,
spent the money that
we
we're supposed to
we,
really.
we spent a lot of money, right? We have spent a lot of money.
In the last 3 or 4 years, I don't think we have. I think we've bought cheap,
We spent like
but I
60
don't
million.
think we. I mean, we
Maybe
bought what 40 million for Gate, 30 million
60 million for
for
God, 60
huh
for God,
60.
for
So 60 for Gate. We want rid of him.
mm,
We bought we bought what's his name Xerxes for 30. We want rid of him.
mm,
I don't think we spent money great, mate. I think we was just
poor.
an average guys, really average
We
guys.
spent a lot of money on poor players.
Yeah, a
We're
lot of
supposed to
money on poor players. Yeah,
spend a lot of money on good players. A big amount of money on good players. We brought in
but,
Casemiro, good player. Varane, good player. You know, you bring in these big players, they'll do well for you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
But we bought them
Pogba,
too late.
Pogba
That's the
did well for
problem.
a time. Pogba did well for a time.
He did it for United, man. I'm not gonna put Pogba as a flop. He did well.
Yeah,
He won
he,
both his first. Okay, he didn't win us the Premier League, but he won European drops and he scored in a European game and he lifted trophies
yeah,
for it. So
yes,
he wasn't a flop. No, he wasn't. You know, guys like Di Maria was a flop.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, Di Maria for a year, I mean, he became the second top assist behind Cesc Fabregas. Don't think he was a flop, but he just didn't live up to expectation.
no, he was a snake. He was a flop.
No, he
He's
was yeah, exactly. He was a snake on a flop. He was a snake.
yeah, it was a
He could
snake.
have stayed a year.
Yeah, he could have seen his contract out, but he didn't want to do it.
Could have stayed the second year and gotten so much better. You know,
Exactly,
for
exactly. But he
we
went off to PSG, bastard.
yeah, agreed.
But yeah,
We have to start somewhere, get going again. Otherwise, we're back in this infinite loop. But we're not starting from anywhere. We're not starting. We're going back in circles because we're bringing back the players that we're supposed to get rid of. We brought
yeah,
back Maguire.
yeah. Rashford shouldn't come back.
Remember when Ten Hag binned off Maguire? He brought him back into the side. Rashford brought him
And he's
back
still
into the
here.
side. Huh?
He's still here.
And he's
He
still
bent off
here.
Maguire, and he's still here.
So, and Arsenal have got rid of so many bad players that Arteta brought in 2022. 2021, 2022, that year where they brought in, what do you call, Nuno Tavares. They let go of him. They let go of, I can't even name it. Nicolas Pepe, they let him go off. They let go of. They let go of, I don't know. They let go of many players. They let go of Emil Smith Rowe. They let go of players that they didn't want anymore. And look at the squad that they improved to now. We keep on bringing back the same players. We're not going anywhere, guys. We need to realize, we need to wake up here. We're not going anywhere. We're going back in the same circles and bringing back the same players season after season, giving them new contract after new contract after new contract because it's cheaper to keep them than buy new players. It's been the same since the Glazers. It's been the same. Nothing has changed. We can't get rid of these guys. We don't want to terminate their contracts. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to get rid of them. We don't want to force them out the club because we've given them. We're United act like a charity. You know, oh, it's okay. You can stay. Let's just give you a place in the squad. Let's give you the number 7 and such and such. I'm tired of this. But anyways, let's move on to the Hull City game because we have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Ray, talk about the game tomorrow. How are you feeling about the game tomorrow, man?
Listen, I feel like we're gonna win. I think we've got. I've never. To be fair, I've not seen Hull play. I'm not gonna lie and say I've watched Hull play. I think it's going to be a tough match. I don't think it's going to be an easy walkover that everybody thinks it's going to be. But then again, it might be. But I think we'll win the game. I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough in the team, especially got enough up front. I trust Cunha, I trust Bruno and Burmo. I trust these boys to score. I think we'll score on a counter. I think we'll go 1-0 up on the counter. I think Hull will try and come and score a goal, and we'll probably score another one on the counter, and we'll win the game that way. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think the back line, Hull will try and test our back line. And we don't keep clean sheets. Even though we don't concede as much, we still don't. I mean, pre-season, we didn't really... See, the problem is we concede a lot of chances. We might not concede the goal, but we do concede a lot of chances. We did it in pre-season a lot. And if Hull is a good finishing side, they will score 1 or 2 goals. So I see this, maybe United picking it out 2-1 or 3-1, maybe even a 3-2. But it will be a tough game for us and a good test, really, to see where we are going into the season. But I think we will win. I don't. If we lose, it's going to be a shock. It is going to be a shock because it's Hull. They've just come up in the Premier League. United's got more second players, and you think that they'll eventually break down Hull, wear them out, and we'll win the game. That's my thing.
I don't have anything to. I don't have anything to give you, bro. I just don't use agree personal terms. But this is the one thing you need to understand. Personal terms does not mean the bid has been accepted. People need to understand this. Personal terms are just personal terms. You and the player, not you and the other club. So I don't have much to give you, but that's what I think. But anyways, Hull City away. But anyways, what I'm saying is that, Hull City away on the first game of the season, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's an ideal place to get a win against. It's an ideal place to get a win, but it's not an ideal place to go on the first game of the season. You're a newly promoted side, and they're gonna be up for it, bro. They're going to be up for it, bro. 1 second, man. I'll get to your comments. Just relax. Yeah. I'm just saying this. It's not ideal to go for the first game of the season. It's an ideal place to get a win at, bro. Hull City away. Yeah. We've had some decent memories over there, but we used to get wins over there. I remember recently League Cup semi-final, got through to the final and won that final against Southampton at Wembley Marine. That was our most recent memory away at Hull. And then we got, we beat them that year 1-0. Rashford scored the last minute right at death. So, yeah. And I remember Scholes getting a winner. I think not Scholes getting a winner, but I'm sure we've had some, we've had some big goals over there. Against Hull, 4-3 at Old Trafford. Ronaldo scoring a brace, winning 4-3 against them at Old Trafford. Some memories against Hull, but listen. Yeah, man, gotta start off with a win. You have to start off with a win, man.
Yeah, man, we got to because if we don't, it's gonna be. and if we need to play good as well because, if we don't, if we go to Holland, don't show up, it's gonna be a lots of breakdowns in for the week ahead. So we definitely need to get the win. I think Hull is. I think last time we beat Hull, we had to wait till 92 minutes or something to. So it's going to be a tough game. But I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to walk over Hull. It's going to be a tough game because, as you said, to go away, they're going to be up for it. They're going to want to prove, and people want to beat United, mate. They want to beat United. They want to prove. They want to prove themselves. They want to, they want to keep us in the mud. So
I want to correct you there for a bit. We didn't actually win our last game in Hull. We actually lost our last game in Hull.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
it was a League Cup final game. We lost 2-1 there, but we were through to the final. We were 2-0 up.
Yeah. So we lost, you see, and
we lost, but in the league we won 1-0. So
that's what I mean in the league that we needed to do a minute thing. So I said it's a tough game because as I said these teams don't respect the name of Manchester United no more. They want to show that they could beat us.
They don't care about the name of United. No.
Yeah, they don't. So, but I still think we've got enough in the team to beat them.
I think we have to. I think we can. Yeah.
I'm not worried about not beating Hull. As I said, if I wake up tomorrow on Sunday and feeling bad, is because it was a shock result that we actually got beat.
What's your lineup?
My lineup. Well, my lineup would be for the goalkeeper. I think Lemons, of course, he's shooting. Don't know how fit Martinez is, so I think I'll see Maguire. I might see Euro with him.
Exactly. I agree with this comment. Facts. Big game for them. They want to be up for it, man.
Yeah.
First game of the season at their ground as well, so it's not ideal for us, man.
And unfortunately, I think I could read Carrick. I think he'll go with the tried and tested. I think he'll go with Shug Shaw. He'll go with Diallo. We will see Santos. I don't think we'll see Manu next to him because I don't think we've seen Manu.
No, I think
Um,
we will see Manu. I think Manu will play.
I don't think he'll
Because,
start. Has he
because
started?
we don't have Baleba yet. So they might play him.
Mm, that might be a risk because he hasn't got any minutes on these. I think we'll probably see who we'll see next to. Maybe Tillemans. We'll see Tillemans next to Santos, Bruno, and on the wing we'll see Ahmed. We'll probably see. Is Cunha ready for a start? I don't know. Maybe he'll do Cunha or Lacey,
He should be ready. I don't see why he can't be.
and then he'll put Embremo up front because he likes to bring Sesko off the bench. So yeah, that's the starting lineup.
I'm gonna go with obviously Lamens in goal, right back. I'm gonna say Mazraoui starts. Maguire and does Lisandro Martinez play? I don't know if he starts. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to go with Lisandro Martinez, even though I don't think he should start. I want Maguire in heaven. I want Maguire in heaven for this game, even though that's not my ideal pairing either. That's why I said centre back pairing is not ideal at the moment. I don't know what we're gonna do, but Maguire heaven, and I think Shaw at left back. Unfortunately, still, in 2026, 2027, Luke Shaw still at left back for United. Midfield, Tielemans, Santos, Bruno. You're right. I think Manu will still be on the bench. Tielemans, Santos, Bruno. Cunha and Bumo Ahmad. I agree to the favourite right here. Yeah, I think Bruno, Cunha, and Bumo Ahmad. Yeah, agreed. I am exactly with this lineup, except for I think I want Mazraoui start. I think Mazraoui should start right back.
I think so, but I think they'll go with the tried and tested, mate.
Carrick even said in this interview he's played these games. He knows it's not an easy game. I know. I can tell you. I can tell you for sure they're not easy.
Yeah, it's not an easy game, bro. It's not.
I mean, yeah, just gotta win the game, bro. Score predictions. I'm gonna go. My head says 2-2. My heart says 2-1 United. So 2-1 United. Bruno and Cunha. Cunha and Bruno with the goals. Why not?
Yeah, I go 2-1 as well. I'll go Bruno on the break, and then we'll catch a lot of them on the break.
Hold on. Is Sesko back, Michael? Is Sesko back?
He is, but is he? He's not match fit.
He gets thrown into the first game of the season.
He's not gonna start. Yeah, I reckon he might come on the bench.
He hasn't had a preseason minute. He's not gonna start.
No, in Bruno will definitely start that, and then he'll probably come in the bench in the second half to probably win the game, maybe.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely.
So I'm going 2-1. I'm going for us to do a counter-attack goal, and then maybe concede, make it 1-1, and then maybe in the 90th minute, Sesko comes off the bench and wins the game.
I think 2-1. I think Sesko off the bench better. I think that's more of a threat for us. He brings Sesko off the bench. So yeah.
I think I see him coming off the bench because Carrick likes him off the bench anyway. So I expect him to be coming off the bench in this game.
I hear you, bro. Anyways, I think let's wrap it up here.
Yep.
It's been a hectic show. I like the argument earlier.
Good comments, guys. Yeah, good debate.
Great, guys. But make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Back on Sunday, I think, Ray. See you on Sunday for the...
Yeah, man.
I'll let you know Sunday. I'm not so sure. He can't start Xerxes. Would rather Maguire up front. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Maguire up for a corner set piece. You know what I mean? Cross the ball, he'll head the ball in the goal. But yeah. Like, share, subscribe, guys. We are 13 more subs to go to 700, guys, unless we are closer now. I don't know how close we are to 700, but let's get there, guys, please. Let's get there soon. And also make sure you guys turn your notification bell so you don't miss any videos, you don't miss any uploads. Big up Stephanie. We're just about to wrap up, but hope you're doing good. You can watch the video back and let us know in the comments what you think. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. Back live for Formula One tonight for the sprint race preview. And anything else? Videos. I've got some videos to edit and post very, very soon. So stay tuned to that. I'm still doing my FPL team, so I got a couple videos to edit and upload. So I've got lots to do, guys. So appreciate your love and support as always. Like, share, subscribe, everyone, and much love. So thank you, Twisted Fate. You too, my guy. You too. Make sure you guys follow Ray's Instagram. I'll put the link in the description of the video, so you guys can go follow over there at Ray Carl Brown. So yeah, cool. See you guys. Come on,
What's up,
United.
guys? Come on, United. Let's get the win.
Ineos the fuck out, Glazers the fuck out. Come on, United. Win against Hull tomorrow. And yeah, see you.